and I'm joined today by my friend, the awesome TJ Storm. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking me out. This is really cool. This is cool.
Yeah, we're having a little interview date in front of Gold's Gym, the Mecca, where we both train. So I wanted to talk to you about your amazing career as a mixed martial artist. And martial arts is something that is really empowering. How did you get into doing that?
Well, I got into martial arts through my mom, to be honest. I'd done piano when I was a little kid, and I was good at it, but I hated to practice. I did not want to practice. I didn't want to be inside all day when all the kids were outside playing, so I quit. And my mom had invested so much money into buying us a piano so that I could practice, and she was like, "Rrr." So she goes, "Do you want to try karate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to try that too." So I got into it, and I was like, "Oh wow, you got to practice. I'm not into this." So I started to quit, and she's like, "Oh no, you don't." She grabbed me, she drug me back into the karate studio. I'm like, "But I don't want to do this." "You're gonna do it. We paid for it. You're gonna do it." I stayed, and it got easier as I practiced more.
And I'm sure that you're so grateful to your mom for making you go back and,
absolutely,
you know, not quit.
I have a career today because my mom helped me through the rough part.
You said something really interesting when we were talking the other day. You know, we were talking about our childhoods, and you said, "I love bullies." Explain that.
One thing that I try to teach people when I'm teaching martial arts is that you will not become better through your successes. They're easy. Successes they make you feel good, but it's the failures that make you stronger. I'm stronger today because of the bullies that I bumped into when I was a kid. And now I was very tall. I was really skinny, I was really clumsy, but I was really tall. So bullies didn't pick on me so much, but they did pick on my friends. And I had to step up and become a guy to defend my friends against the bullies. That made me more of the person who I am today also.
Absolutely, and you do get that sense in your personality, of course. You do a lot of stuff with charities. Talk about that, what you're involved with. Animal
charities are very important to me. Also education, standing up for children and giving them a chance or the rights that they need to grow up in our society and become productive people and have lives of their own. Those things are really, really important to me. So Big Brothers of Los Angeles, children across nations, all of these charities for children, pet, education, those are important to me. So
going back to martial arts, the first martial arts that you became involved with was karate.
So I started in karate, in Shito-ryu karate and Shuzo Kataka. Then later I did Arashiru karate under Achi Yamashita. And those are both Okinawan-based American karates. Later I studied Shaolin Kung Fu under Hendrik Hendrickson. I studied Taekwondo under Billy Blanks. I've studied Ninjutsu under Frank Dukes. So I've had a lot of incredible masters in my life. And it's so important to find a strong mentor, somebody with knowledge. You have to find somebody who knows the thing that you want and try to get information from them, try to learn from them. It's so important. I mean, when I graduated from acting school, I think it was Al Pacino who came to speak at our graduation, and he doesn't talk a lot in interviews. He doesn't say a whole bunch, but he came up to the microphone. I remember it, I'll never forget. He goes, "Persistence. You want to make it in this business? Persistence." Thank you. That's all he said. And I was like, persistence. But it was the same in karate. You don't give up. I mean, they teach you in the martial arts, they teach you in boxing, they teach you in everything. You don't go down. If you do fall down, you get back up and you keep punching, you keep kicking, you keep going. And that's persistence. I mean, you're gonna find that in every aspect you do. First time you come to the gym, you're not gonna feel good after you leave. You're gonna go home, you're gonna be achy. You come back the next day. You come back every time. And
you have to be fearless because, you know, I've seen your work and you're flying through the air and you're tumbling and you're just, it's amazing. Like you really look like you have no fear. What advice do you have for people that are trying to overcome something or try something for the first time that might frighten them to death?
Baby steps, more than anything. I learned how to backflip, and it took me like 6 months to learn that one trick in a gymnastics center. And I learned with help. I learned with people behind me. I learned with big puffy things to jump off of. It made it easier. Those little baby steps made it easier along the way.
And now you teach others, right?
Absolutely. I love teaching. Our teachers used to say, our senseis used to say, to learn plus to teach is to know. I love seeing people take the art and take the knowledge that you've been given yourself and grow themselves. And someday they'll pass it along, and that's a beautiful thing.
And you do motion capture in video games, which is so cool because you become these characters. You bring the characters to life. How do you get into doing something like that? How did this all happen?
I gotta say, one of the coolest experiences I had about that, and I'll tell you how I got into it in a second, but one of the experiences I had, a lot of these games are top secret, a lot of the movies are top secret when we walk on the set and we have no idea what we're gonna do. So I walked into a set one day, my friend asked me to come down, and there's 3 of us standing there, and he turns to us and he goes, you're Monster 1, you're Monster 2, we called them Ludos, I didn't know what that was. And he turns to me and he goes, and you're Godzilla. And I'm like, no way, that was awesome!
That's like the coolest thing.
And every day it's different, and it's a great experience. I get to pretend, I get to be physical, and it's awesome.
That's so cool. And then you have a background as a dancer, a very skilled dancer, and you did ballet, you did hip hop.
I ended up getting a scholarship to dance school, and I learned ballet, jazz, modern, everything. I was already doing hip hop and breakdancing and stuff like that, but I had to learn ballet and stuff. And I hated ballet. I did not want to be in ballet, especially being a basketball player, and I did karate, and now I'm doing ballet. And I was the only guy in the class, which wasn't so bad. So the long story short, I didn't expect it, but the grace of ballet actually helped me to make my martial arts way more powerful, way more graceful, because they taught me how to stand properly. They taught me how to become aware of my body.
And that's awesome that you just stuck with it and you tried it and you didn't quit, and look how it's helped you, with what you're doing now. So you just gotta try everything, and you gotta be open, like you said. Cool. Well, where can people find you? Where can people follow you? And
you can find me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm somewhere in Twitter, and I'm at the gym. So
at the Mecca.
At the Mecca. I hope that this helps somebody find their way to a stronger, better life, because I got huge advantages from watching people that inspired me, like Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and Jim Kelly and these incredible athletes. I grew up watching them, and I was just like, wow, I want to be like that. And that's all you need. If you think you can do that, do it.
Yeah, and you do need a good mentor and a good inspiration and somebody to look up to, and put a poster of them on your wall and say, I want to be like that person. I aspire to be like that person. And that visualization really helps you and reminds you every day of what your purpose is and what your mission is in life.
And by the way, they don't have to be famous. I mean, I see her in the gym all the time, and she's jumping on stuff, lifting stuff. She works out like a beast. It's awesome. You can get energy from the people in your local area and just be like, okay, I can work harder today.
Thank you so much for being with us today, and we look forward to catching up with you again in the future. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep your mind right and your body tight. I'm Lauren Pappas-DJ. This is TJ Storm. Thank you so much for being with us. Follow this guy, watch him. He's doing amazing things. Have a beautiful day.